Alright boys, today we're going to be taking a look at what many consider to be the greatest Clone Trooper Battle Pack of all time, the Clone Walker Battle Pack 8014. Now, there are many other contenders to this title, but this seems to be the consensus one. There's also the Clone Troopers Battle Pack that's brought up a lot right here. The OG, the thing that started it all, honestly might be my favorite battle pack, I don't know. And then there's like the Bomb Squad battle pack, which is often brought up in the conversation. Even the new one, the Clone Trooper and Battle Droid battle pack, gets brought up a lot. But this one right here is absolutely incredible, and many consider it to be the GOAT. So let's check it out. On the back, you get a quick preview of everything you're gonna get. You get a Clone Commander, which is pretty nice because you can interchange all of his pieces and give them to other Clone Troopers and stuff like that. He's essentially just another blank Clone Trooper if you want him to be, which makes this really good for Clone Army building. You've also got a Clone Gunner right here, which fits flawlessly into Clone Armies to have a Gunner section, so that just makes sense. And then of course your two Clone Troopers. And this was released alongside the Assassin's Droid Battle Pack right there, which the Assassin Droid Battle Pack is often considered one of the worst battle packs ever released. So really funny dichotomy right there. Let's go ahead and build this sucker. Quick note while I finish up building, I love the backs of instruction booklets from back in the day. They would always include like a diorama of a battle scene or something like that. It was always just so cool. I mean, come on, it doesn't get much better than that. Although Mace Windu looking real bad right there. And then also, they've got the base plate of the battle droid on backwards in the AAT right there, which is really funny. But oh man, to go back and purchase that, yeah, that would be pretty sweet. And it looks like, yeah, there's the Hyena Bomber, right? And then Darth Vader's TIE Fighter right there. Oh man, wonder if he could still join the Lego Club, boys. Well, boys, there we have it. The Clone Trooper Walker Battle Pack is finished. And I can easily understand why many consider this to be the GOAT set. So, first of all, we've got the Clone Trooper minifigures. And these are honestly some of the best Clone Trooper minifigures that Lego ever made. They're just super minimalist, simplistic, based on the Clone Wars TV series. They just look good. They are, in my opinion, a flawless Clone Trooper. Even without leg printing, which I personally think leg printing would maybe distract from everything else. I still think they're absolutely incredible. These have always been some of my favorite Lego Clone Troopers. And what's really nice is they also give you additional headpiece accessories that you can put in. You've got like a little signal beacon, a little visor antenna. It's nice. You can customize these Clone Troopers, and they don't even advertise that this comes with the set at all. Like, in none of the artwork does it show that you get those things. It's just a little bonus that they ended up adding. That's kind of a rare thing for Lego nowadays, not something they often do. You know, they're gonna advertise what you get, and they're not gonna really include any extras anymore. Like, this is from a different era of Lego. This is from, in my opinion, a little bit better of an era of Lego. And then you've got like the Clone Gunner right here. And I actually used to kind of hate these guys as a kid. I always wanted more of the standard Clone Troopers, and I think that's perfectly reasonable to want. I mean, these guys are goated, and I was all about army building, but I must say that I have a new appreciation for the Lego Clone Trooper Gunners nowadays. It brought a little bit of variety to this battle pack, but not variety in a named character or anything along those lines, which tends to kind of ruin battle packs a little bit. Like, there's of course the infamous Clone Trooper and Jedi battle pack, where you get two named Jedi, Barriss Offee and Ki-Adi-Mundi, and that kind of ruins the battle pack because you can't army build with two named Jedi very easily. So getting a secondary figure who also is not named and you can have a ton of in an army is just really cool. I still think the colors on him are a little bit mucus and gross, but that's just lore accurate, so it's not really Lego's fault there. And then we come upon the Commander. Now, what's kind of funny about some of these Commander pieces here, like the pauldron and the visor and the comma and stuff like that, these are now a smidge rare. I think the gray variants are actually a little bit rarer than the black variants, since the black came in, of course, the battle pack. But the gray variants of these that you'll see on Captain Rex, as well as like Commander Cody and things like that from their P1 clones, those actually can fetch like $5 for some of these random little pieces. And I'm pretty sure the black variants are also a little bit expensive as well, which is really funny. It's just such a random little Lego piece to be expensive, but it is. Either way, I really like it a lot. I mean, he looks very solid like this. He doesn't even have to be a commander. You can easily disguise this guy as like an ARC trooper, or, you know, just a clone with a little bit more armor variant on him and stuff like that, especially as we get to the later seasons of the Clone Wars where that becomes more common. I just think it's really solid. And of course, you can interchange the pieces. You can take off the visor and just have him wearing this. You could take off the comma and have him just wearing the other things. Like, there's so much customizability in this Lego set that it's very small. It's not like exactly in your face or anything like that, but it really does make the experience 10 times better. That, you know, just these small little additions of interchangeable armor and stuff like that is incredible. And it's not something they do anymore. You know, Clone Commander Fox has a built-in cape, waist cape. They have built-in visors, not visors, they still do the visors, but the commas and stuff like that. It's no longer as customizable as you'd like it to be, I think. And I think that's something that Lego is not doing well with. But either way, those are the minifigures, extremely great. And then you get the build. And now Battle Pack builds are never really notorious for being super good. I would say there's a few exceptions, one being the Clone Trooper Battle Pack. That is objectively a good speeder and turret build. I would say things like the AV cannon is a good build and stuff like that. But the ATRT Walker here is actually pretty decent for a battle pack. When it comes to battle packs, you really want something that you can replicate multiple times if you're clone army building and have multiple in your clone army. And the ATRT is definitely one of those things. I think that's great. It just looks derpy. I don't think it aged super duper well. It looks very strange. It looks like something AI would design for a Star Wars Lego set. That's what I'll say. And I think that's an accurate, apt description. So you could go ahead and you could put 2 troopers in the seats there. It's pretty nice looking. I do like the Republic insignia on both sides. They are sticker pieces though, and that's always kind of a bummer. You got the flick fire shooters, but I hate doing these. They always hurt my fingernails. Ow. And then it just breaks apart. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't know. The flick fire stuff just is crap in my opinion. But there's that. Legs aren't like super duper movable, but you can definitely get away with a little bit of it. But it's pretty much got one position that it'll actually stand in. You can, of course, put it on a base plate or whatever, and that will help with different positions and things like that. You've got the front turret right there. And I mean, that's kind of it. I'll be completely honest with you. There's not a ton to this build, and that's okay. I mean, it is a battle pack build, like I said, but I think this battle pack build is, you know, 3 times better than the ATRT Walker. I think what really puts this into the GOAT position for a lot of people, it's not necessarily my GOAT, but it is one of the GOATs, I would say. But what puts this into the GOAT position is going to be the Clone Trooper minifigures. And the other part of this is nostalgia. I think a lot of people who are putting this into the GOAT conversation are people like me who grew up with it. This was our army building stuff. Like, you know, this was the era of Lego Boy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the era of early M&R productions. This is what a lot of us who grew up at that time had as a kid. And so it's super nostalgic to see these clone troopers be this walker again, and see the idea of clone army building with them. And oh, I'm so sorry, my friend. I think that's really where this set takes off. That is the big point where this set becomes the GOAT for a lot of people. Now, if you guys want to see me review like this set in the future, and talk more about other battle packs, we can even go over some of the worst Lego Clone Trooper battle packs, because I love going over Lego Clone Trooper battle packs. They're so fun to talk about. So if you guys would like to see more Clone Trooper battle pack videos like this in the future, reviews, stuff like that, let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see y'all in the next one, boys. Peace.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.